A great number of people want a new government. They want to get rid of Justin Trudeau, and they have for a number of years. The Conservatives have not won. So Tasha Kheiriddin is working for Jean Charest. She joins me right now because I'm going to put the question to her. What does the Conservative Party have to do, or who does have to elect as leader in order to become a winning party?
Well, I'm going to say Jean Charest as leader. The reason, though, is because not just him, but what he represents, which is someone who can unite the disparate factions in the party.
How do you do that?
Well, you do it in a number of ways. You have to, first of all, recognize that there are people within the party who legitimately feel they are hard done by Ottawa, not just by the Liberals, but by a lot of people out there, talking about the oil and gas folks who feel they've been demonized by environmentalists, this kind of thing. Right. They have serious grievances. You also have to recognize, though, that there are people who don't feel included in the party because they think the party is not for them. And we're talking about issues that go back to the 2015 election around racism, around the niqab ban, around the snitch line, the barbaric practices. People, new Canadians who say, this isn't my party, I don't feel comfortable. The Conservatives have to reach out.
How do you show new Canadians that this is a party to welcome them and for the party of enterprise?
Because just on that, new Canadians are, in most part, enterprising folks. They've come here to make a new life. You can appeal to them on basic principles of entrepreneurship, fiscal responsibility, but also you need a leader who's genuine and says, hey, what happened in 2015 is not me. That's not who I am. I am a uniter and a builder. Jean Charest is that type of politician. He's done it before in the 1995 referendum, uniting Quebec and the rest of Canada. So I think he's an excellent messenger and leader for that.
Let me put this to you, because a number of people are warming to Mr. Charest because what you just said. They think he can bring it together and build the Conservative Party. One of the big issues for your party that has been divisive over the last few years is the carbon tax. Trudeau has just come out with a higher carbon tax and more big government spending. But is that going to be a knee breaker for your party?
We have to find a carbon plan that makes sense. And, for example, that doesn't penalize rural consumers or consumers who have no other choice but to use carbon-based fuels. At the same time, recognize that we do have to be environmentally responsible and get industry in particular to respond to that. So I think that's where you're going to see a carbon plan that recognizes you can't simply tax your way to net zero. It's not an option.
And yet there's still going to be a carbon plan. It's not as though
absolutely
the Conservative Party is going to stick its head in the sand.
No, we need to have a responsible environmental plan. Voters want that. All voters, not just Conservative voters. We have to find something that makes sense for Canadians and attract Canadian voters who think the Conservatives let them down on that the last time. We need to get those folks back.
Briefly, is it to the advantage of whoever is leader after September that Trudeau has crowned himself for another 3 years with the NDP?
I think a lot of Liberals are looking at this and not liking it. And they're actually now taking a look at us, blue Liberals, who say, this isn't my party. It's gone too far left. So in fact, it could be something that the Conservatives do capitalize on.
I just heard a call to arms. Tasha, thank you very much. 3 minutes. The simple fact that nowhere in the mainstream press was there an analysis of Trudeau's speech to the European Parliament and parliamentarians' reaction to it is proof positive of the need for this show and other independent analysis. Please tell your friends. Subscribe. Press PayPal so this guy behind the camera can get paid. And thank you for watching.